It's so much heart in this film, and I think Santa showing vulnerability is a very beautiful thing. Like this, I think this is the most human we've seen Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And like in this particular situation, Santa Claus is just trying to help Eddie heal. It's not like about the gifts and none of this other stuff. It's literally about healing, and I think that's such a beautiful thing that a lot of people can relate to.
Hi, I'm Jared Alexander from The Grio. How are you guys doing?
What up? What up?
Good to see you. Right as we're kicking off the holidays, I think with this movie that I'm just so excited. I mean, I feel like we all have those experiences and those memories of growing up and having Christmas classics, and it feels like this certainly will be another one for kids. Talk to me a little bit about your two experiences. Do you guys have movies growing up, holiday movies that you remember watching as a kid?
I love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Man, I just love to laugh. I think Chevy Chase is hilarious, so that was mine. And then, of course, A Christmas Story, Home Alone, just in there.
Die Hard. I don't care what nobody says. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. That's hard. That's dope. Yes.
It absolutely is a Christmas movie. Listen, that one is really good. But of course, with Dashing Through the Snow, talk to me a little bit too, just about the story. I think I love with Christmas movies too, when of course you have the holiday setting, and it's really happy, but then also there's an underlying universal story there with a whole lot of heart. Especially with your character Eddie. So talk to me a little bit about that story too, because I think it's going to touch a lot of people.
Yeah, my character Eddie Garrick, man, he plays a social worker that works for the Atlanta Police Department. Who it's like very ironic that he helps others, but all in all, he actually truly needs some help in his restoration of faith in the holiday season because he dealt with some traumatic experiences as a child. So he tries to protect his daughter that's in this film. That's the true heart and balance of everything. Who's played by Madison Sky. And then my guy right here plays the big man with the big suit, as we hear. And he's a Black Santa Claus. And we say, let's just say Santa Claus, but it is very noteworthy to understand that we haven't seen this role played by a man of this guy's caliber. And I feel like he absolutely annihilates it. I signed on to this film because I wanted to be in support of something that I feel like is going to be monumental and classic, as you said. But that's my rundown of the film.
It's so much heart in this film, and I think Santa showing vulnerability is a very beautiful thing. Like this, I think this is the most human we've seen Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And like in this particular situation, Santa Claus is just trying to help Eddie heal. It's not like about the gifts and none of this other stuff. It's literally about healing. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that a lot of people can relate to. A lot of people are going to be able to relate to Eddie, Luda's character Eddie, because you hear people say, check on your strong friend. You know what I mean? And that doesn't happen most of the time. Literally, Eddie's a social worker helping everybody else, but he needs to be healed also. So it's so many little beautiful, very heart to heart moments in this movie that I think people are gonna love.
Yeah, absolutely. And to even what you guys were saying, listen, a lot of actors have worn that red suit, right? And we've had that iconic character, but I think it is so important to have, yes, we were just calling it Santa Claus, but it is important to have a Black Santa Claus. And to what you were saying too, it isn't just about the gifts. Like I can even think back to my childhood. Of course, I was excited when Santa would come down and leave some gifts for me, but it's more what Santa represents in terms of the spirit of giving and looking out for others, all those things.
That's what I love about this movie. I love the fact that gifts is the smallest thing in here. Like you don't even see me for real deliver the gifts. And I think this is one of the first times we literally focus on the spirit of Santa Claus and what that means to people. And I think that is what's going to make this movie stand out, hopefully the test of time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then kind of to round up a little bit, I just have two more questions. How is it working, of course, again, with, I think it's Madison Sky, who plays your daughter, and then you also have Teyonah Parris in it as well. Talk to me about kind of the surrounding cast as well and being able to tell the story.
It was great working with them on and off screen. What's crazy is that my daughters became best friends with Madison. They have play dates now. They just saw each other at the screening last night. So, it's great when friends become family, especially people that you work with, because in this industry, you don't see that often. People, they go their separate ways. They go straight to their trailer. They only talk when they are, before scene, after scene. But here is a situation where it was just great to work with this cast, and it was a dream come true to work with Will and Tim, for sure.
And Madison is so amazing. And then Teyonah, that's me and her got a chance. We did the photograph together, and we've been friends. I just saw her literally at the airport, maybe like a like a few days ago. But I'm just so proud of her. This is such a powerhouse cast, you know, and Madison, honestly, like she's the star of stars, and she's such a sweetheart, but she's so gifted. I ended up watching everything she was in after the movie, like everything. She's so good in everything.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. And I'm excited too for even more people to kind of fall in love with her as well. Well, thank you guys so much. This is so great. I'm excited
Thank you,
people
man.
to. Yeah,
sure.
and
Thank you
Luda,
for
I
talking
saw you open for Janet earlier this year, and it made my night. My mom and I went together. You were awesome, so that was really
What
good.
city
too.
was that? Thank you, man.
I'm in New York City, so it was at MSG. Yeah,
Oh, dope. Hell yeah.
It was awesome.
Glad you got to see that, man. For sure.
yeah, it was so fun. Congratulations, guys.